Politics swings back and forth. This year, the Democrats did well. 2 years ago, the Republicans clobbered us, including Mayor Galimi, who became our first Republican mayor in 16 years. You win some, you lose some, and if you're smart, you don't lose sleep over either. What matters is whether the people in charge learn from what the voters just said. But 1 week in, and here's where we're at. First, the mayor quietly added more paving near his home. Arlington for sure, and I think Dunham, just weeks after paving his own block across the street. Twice, because he didn't like how it came out the first time. These roads probably do need work, okay? But my issue is that the mayor cries broke and then spends money that benefits himself without telling you. Then at Wednesday's council meeting, the day after an election that was essentially a referendum on the mayor's double-digit tax hikes, the mayor comes to the meeting to proudly explain his latest tax idea. Dude, read the room. And then by Friday, we learned that the mayor fired his chief of staff. Now, I didn't always agree with Mike Gentile, but he loves the city, born and raised here, and was one of the few people in that office that a lot of us could actually talk to. Maybe, the mayor thinks this was warranted. That's his lane. But to do it out of the blue right after the election just screams reactive, disloyal, and honestly, kind of tacky. So now we got this new guy from Whitesboro. I was looking to see what kind of experience he has, and it turns out he's 24, just graduated college. Most of his resume is work with Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, whose entire political brand is bashing immigrants who vote, calling Zoran Mondani a terrorist, and denying the 2020 election results, which she won. Anyway, and sure, Utica is more conservative than most cities, but we've always had this common sense political culture. Leaders like Joe Griffo and Tony Vicente, they leave the hot button national issues to the tabloids and instead focus on the work that actually affects our daily lives. And my concern isn't divided government. I think that can be healthy. My concern is actually importing politics of outrage in a city that has always solved problems by rolling up our sleeves. And I almost feel bad talking about a kid I don't even know, and I hope he crushes this job because his responsibilities are so real, especially when you have a mayor that does part-time consulting work for his other job. Just saying. So to be clear, my issue here is the mayor's pattern. He avoids surrounding himself with experienced people. He hates being challenged. Always wants to be right and the smartest person in every room. This administration came in partisan, and I'm just concerned it's getting worse. The mayor threw out a 30-year tradition by refusing to raise the pride flag. He purged Democrats from committees, and he said absolutely nothing when resettlement programs were cut. And now, his new chief of staff's only experience is working with one of the most divisive figures in Washington. Meanwhile, here in the actual city of Utica, where over 40 languages are spoken and diversity is just daily life, we have real work to do. Keeping taxes stable, rehabilitating homes, a funded plan for homelessness, including a navigation center, cracking down on K2 and the stigmas with all of it, fully staffed departments, better parking for Barrack Street, public art, paving that's done fairly and on time, and yeah, I still want the water slide back and a Ferris wheel for the harbor. A girl can dream. But nothing I just listed is partisan. It's quality of life stuff. It's pride in your city stuff. So I just hope City Hall has all of the revenge tours, investigations, scapegoating out of their system now. So we can get to work. Didn't look great this week, but I'll keep you posted.